Hi, my name is Nicole Cyr. I'm from Bethel, Vermont, and I'm the chair of the Bethel Energy Committee. Last year, we approached a project and with the intent of creating a project proposal for an electric vehicle charging station. And we learned some lessons along the way, which I will share with you. And the first thing to wrap your head around about electric vehicle charging stations is that they can cost anywhere between $1,000 and $70,000, maybe more, depending on the project and what you're trying to accomplish in your town. So funding is a really important piece of the project, and in terms of our project, it's the last piece of the puzzle. Aside from the funding, research for this project is going to take a long time. There's a lot of things to consider, and for the average volunteer group, there is going to be a few meetings where there are questions brought up that were previously unthought of, and it's an international consideration, it's a national consideration, it's a local consideration. There are so many people and places and industries affected by this trend that it will be important to plan, 6 to 12 months to do some good research and really hear what's going on in the world and in your town. So thinking in terms of time, many people are resistant to change, and it takes them quite some time to get used to change. So the real heart of what I would like to share with everybody today from my attic, while we are all under a national health crisis and in quarantine, which is one of the strangest situations I've been in my young life. So thinking about climate change and the crisis that it could cause really motivates me to continue promoting electric vehicles. So in terms of time, it's likely that my small town of Bethel, with its 2,000 residents, will really take, 2 to 3 years to start being well informed and in the loop about electric vehicles. With the help of the Bethel Energy Committee, we are here to share this information about electric vehicles, and as the people on the ground level, it really is on us to go out there and make face-to-face contact, one-on-one, and help implement the policy of 90% by 2050. As we know, cars and transportation takes up 50% of Vermont's annual carbon emissions. So, about 50%, this is according to the state of Vermont. That's a large chunk of what we're putting out as a state. And electric vehicles are really the key towards making that percentage shrink. Wouldn't it be great to have it be 20% of carbon emissions in the state of Vermont are coming from vehicles and transportation? Right now, we're at 50%. So bringing that number down, it happens just one-on-one. And I have hope and faith that at some point there's going to be a click and a shift. And all of a sudden, the information that we've been putting out is going to come together, and one by one, residents will be buying electric vehicles and making that choice. So as I previously said, it really is on us to get out there and be in the community, helping inform people about what choices they can make right now and staying up on that information in the future. So some ways that the Bethel Energy Committee gets out into the community is we use tables. We were tabling at town meeting a few weeks ago, and we also use flyers on bulletin boards. We use Facebook. Right now we have 70 followers on Facebook, and if you would like to follow the Bethel Energy Committee on Facebook, you're more than welcome to. The more the merrier. Another way to really influence your town culture is through annual events. So a wonderful event that happens nationwide is National Drive Electric Week. And I'm going to give you the website right here. And what this website will lead you to is a place where you can sign up to host your own electric vehicle event. For example, in Bethel last year, we did an electric vehicle car show, and that brought, 100 residents in direct contact with electric vehicles, a table full of electric vehicle information and handouts, and electric vehicle drivers who were able to speak to them about the real life pros and cons of electric vehicles. So I would definitely say consider hosting an event. If you can't host an event, really consider reaching out to your community in some way to share this information. And if you would like to help volunteer with the Bethel Energy Committee with our event, you can keep an eye on that website, nationaldriveelectricweek.org, or you can follow us on Facebook. And we would love to have some volunteers help us with tabling and parking and getting through the day. Last year, we just barely had enough. So this year, really hoping for a few more. I really appreciate everybody tuning in and taking a moment to listen through this. Once again, I'm Nicole Cyr from the Bethel Energy Committee, and I hope you have a nice night. Thanks.